Where are we at with uncommitted voters on either side at the moment, do you think?
Well, if there's one thing about this election, it's that I don't think anybody can say that they don't know much about one of the candidates. Both have been president, and that leaves you with a pretty small number of people who aren't really sure how they're going to vote. Having said that, there are a number of people who are in the middle in this contest. And because the margins are so small in these swing states, places like Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, those people will make a big difference come the election. And we sometimes call them independents. Actually, a lot of independents who say they're independent tend to vote for one party. So when we drill into that group beyond that group, the sort of uncommitted independents, so to speak, we do see Donald Trump with a narrow advantage. Now, a year ago, Joe Biden had the narrow advantage with that group. And a few things have happened there, but number one is concerns about Joe Biden's age. They simply look at this president and they think, how can this guy run the country when he's 86 years old? Which is what he'll be at the end of his second term. How can this man still be president on the 1st of January 2029, when he would still be in office if he completed a full second term? That just simply doesn't feel like it's possible to voters. And it's that common sense thing which is really hurting Joe Biden's candidacy at the moment.
Yeah, and voters are seeing quite a different Joe Biden maybe than the kind of fiery man that they actually wanted and the passionate man that they actually wanted. Is there any chance, in your opinion, that at some point some of the Democrats behind the scenes might put their arm around Joe Biden and say, look, thank you for your service, Joe, but there's someone else here waiting in the wings and they're polling brilliantly and we could have Michelle Obama and we could have her for 4 years?
It's something that I think a lot of people are still asking. I think if we'd have seen it, we would have seen it by now. We've now got the primary season underway, and we've got Joe Biden with a big lead in delegates. The big question is what happens at that Democratic National Convention. Is there going to be an uprising against Joe Biden? Look, I find it hard to see how the numbers work there, because what is the event that gets 60% of Joe Biden's delegates to go against him? I just can't see what that would be that would unlock them. Maybe it's a health event, maybe it's something like that. But at the moment, Biden has that loyalty. It's a little bit like people usually say in the UK. They say, the Labour Party is not so good at removing leaders as the Conservative Party are. We're seeing that with the Democrats. Are they really ruthless enough to make the jump? I don't think so. One caveat, though, if Joe Biden decides to pull out himself. And Jill Biden, his wife, is also a key player in this, the First Lady. If they both decide, actually, we can do this, then I think we will see that open convention. But at the moment, Joe Biden has a grip on the Democratic Party. And Patrick, he's helped by one other dimension, which is Kamala Harris. If there's one politician in America who's less popular than Joe Biden, it's Joe Biden's running mate, Kamala Harris. Bad for the Democrats, good for Biden, because it means he doesn't have an immediate opponent.
Yeah, it's absolutely staggering looking at it from this side of the pond and thinking, America, this genuinely great country and this genuinely great ally of ours here. And, we talk in such terms about the two of the potential presidential candidates.